Hello, my name is Elnur and I study in Petroleum Engineering Department, and today I'll talk about wettability, my report. So let's go on. First, let's talk about the contents. First of all, I should say that wettability is a very big topic, but because of the time limit, which is 5 minutes, I should only give a little bit of information. So for more information, you can refer to my report. So we'll talk about introduction, literature, factors affecting the parameter, advantage and disadvantage of the parameter, effect of parameter in reservoir performance, explanation, conclusion, and our references. So what is wettability? Wettability is the preference of a liquid to be in contact with a solid surrounded by another fluid, liquid or gas. Depending on the application, it can be a wanted factor or vice versa. As an example, I can give waxed car, which is in waxed car, we don't want wettability to be there, and coatings, as for coatings, we need wettability to be very high. So depending on interfacial tensions between different fluids and solid system, the system can be wetting or non-wetting. As you can see in the picture here, the hydrophilic is less than 90 degrees. If it is equal to 90, it will be hydrophilic, hydrophobic. If it is bigger than 90, and it will be hydrophobic. So this is the formula for the interfacial tension. So the interfacial tension between the water and solid, negative interfacial tension between oil and solid, is equal to the interfacial tension between the oil and water multiplied by cosine theta. This theta means the contact angle between the water and oil, and this is especially useful for the reservoirs there. So as for literature, I used a lot of resources, but there were mainly 3 resources. One of them is Formation Evaluation book, which is written by Dr. Paul. The other one is written by Dr. Tariq Arbi, Amarganat, Fundamental of Reservoir Rock Properties. The other book is Reservoir Engineering Handbook, which is written by Tariq Ahmad. So which are the factors that affected this parameter, the wettability? I can say surface roughness, functional groups present on the surface, impurities or cleanliness, porosity, and surface energy. I cannot talk about all of them in detail, but I can say that when surface energy is low, it means that it will be non-wetting, and when surface energy is high, it will be very wettable or very high adhesion. So as you can see here in this picture. Or surface energy or surface roughness, also one of the factors. We normally consider the surface is just straight like this, but it isn't, and all of the surfaces are just like this, like very rough. So depending on this roughness, the wettability can change. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this parameter? So as for all reservoirs, knowing the wettability and contact angle is too important. By knowing this, we can find if the well is oil wet or water wet. So we can decide that if it is oil wet, there is a lot of oil, but there is one thing to tell. If the well is oil wet, it means that the wettability oil is very high, and it will stuck on the matrix, on the grain of the rock. However, if it is water wet, it can mean that there is a lot of water there. However, the water will stick on the grains, and oil will be easily moving inside the reservoir. So what is its effect in reservoir performance? As for effect in reservoir performance, so by knowing the wettability on contact angle, we can investigate the production of the well. So it is very good for the future of the well, because we will know if this well will be producing money or not. If this well will not meet the cost that it produces, then it is not a good well, so it won't be drilled anymore. So as for wettability, what are the parts of wettability? We can say hysteresis, imbibition and drainage, measuring wettability. As for measuring wettability, there is few ways. One of them is microscopic observation, amount wettability measurement, USBM, which is a US Bureau of Mines method, And the last one is nuclear magnetic resonance method, which is not generally used that much. For the comparison of amount wettability and USBM method, they are almost the same, but there is a little bit of difference. So for amount, for it to be oil wet, it is from -1 to -0.3. However, for USBM, it should be like from -1 around there. So how to find the wettability index? To find this, we need to divide spontaneous water imbibition by total water imbibition, and we subtract it by spontaneous oil imbibition divided by total oil imbibition. So as a conclusion, we can conclude that the wettability is a very important factor in oil reservoirs, not only there but also in the daily life. While its daily usage starts from our clothes, raincoats, it also goes to very deep in science and applications in industry, like in polymer industry or oil and gas industry. So depending on the surfaces, we may want wettability to be high or low, and also wettability is a sign of adhesiveness of the liquid to the surface. Also, contact angle is directly related to the wettability because wettability is found or calculated by finding the contact angle in laboratories. So as for the oil reservoirs, by knowing the wettability, we can calculate the future production or the gains that can be measured. And that's it. Thank you so much. Have a good day.